309.
This is episode 309, the storm of the century of the week.
This time on the Tone Control, we talk about seltzer. Forgot about that.
Reverb. I forgot about that.
Yes, please do it. Please do it. But, guys, I don't mean to talk about modelers every time. It's just the second I walk through that door to come in here and talk to Justin, I'm like, oh, I meant to tell Justin. And it's always something about the last time we talked, which was about modelers. So then we just end up in this like vicious cycle. But we talked a little bit about modelers today. And
modelers
magnets.
and guitars and magnets. How the fuck do they work?
See you in there.
Yep. So what do you want to talk about?
I had to tell Beth a few days ago, we're at the point now in this house where if you're at the store, if you're Target, a place like that, Walmart perhaps, best bet to just grab a case of seltzer, whether or not it's on the grocery list.
Just see seltzer walking down the street. Oh, shoot.
Just, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Here they come. Yep, I just need them now.
It's a good thing to need,
Yep.
If you're
went
gonna
with grapefruit today at the store. We were talking about seltzers here at home. Beth picked one up, and it was okay. She doesn't like this. She doesn't do the flavored seltzer thing.
Does she do regular seltzer, like
nope.
unflavored?
Nope.
Okay.
That's perhaps worse to her. So she picked something up, and I wasn't crazy about it, but it was fine. And I'm thinking the berry angle, the berry branch, if you will, of seltzers, I think tends to not be where it's at. Like they're too medicinal.
Oh, okay.
They're just
too medicinal.
They just have like a little bit of that like fake berry thing, whereas the citrus leaning seltzers, lime, lemon, grapefruit, whatever, much more crisp, more refreshing.
Yeah.
I don't get tired of it nearly as quickly.
I think that's very typical. Now, two of the mainstays in my house, however, are strawberry lemonade, which still has
a seltzer.
Yeah. Strawberry lemonade
yes.
seltzer still got a citrus in it, and blackberry citrus, which is like high. That's my like current fave right now. Although I try to mix it up because I don't want to get sick of it or anything. But yeah, everything's got citrus in it. What I'm trying to think, have I had flavors that don't have fucking citrus in them? Jeez.
Well,
I don't remember.
So there's a couple now from Polar. Do you get Polar out there? Is that regional?
I could.
They're local to me, but okay.
They're there.
Polar's
at the
got Polar's got this like ginger one now that is playing for keeps. If you like ginger,
I think we might have talked about this.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
It's like a not sweet ginger ale. There's also a coconut one. If you're a coconut person, look out. I know
that probably wouldn't fly in my house. It would be like get that out of my house.
So anyway,
I don't. So think
what
I
do you have now?
You
have one of these blackberry
no,
citrus?
I have just an orange, but I am. It's funny you bring this up, Derek, because I am on that page too. I
was
get
worried.
2 or 3 fucking cases every time I place an order. You know what I mean? There is boxes upon boxes, and I am always like every day or so, I'm kind of looking at what's going on with the beverage center in my fridge. There's like a separate little door in my fridge where it has all the cans. And I want to keep that stocked. If there's any flavors that are starting to dwindle, I want to fill those back up. I want it to look like,
it's freshly stocked.
Yeah.
Store shelves.
The therapy office where they got a bunch of, help yourself to what's in the fridge, and it's all just multicolored seltzers. That's what I want to be like. It's a comforting way to live, to know that that's.
Where are you on plain seltzer?
Marielle still often prefers a plain seltzer. Sometimes she'll grab a fruity one, but at least half the time she's grabbing a plain one. I don't mind it, but I'm
I
so
like a
into
plain.
the
Yeah.
into the for the longest time we had plains in the house and we weren't getting into the
Yeah.
flavors. But then now that I've cracked that can, so to speak, I'm all on it. One of our friends told us that she thinks plain seltzer tastes like a burp. And
That's disgusting. Now that I think about that a little more for just one more second.
the thing about it is, I don't think it's wrong. But I don't think I don't like plain seltzer because of that. But I'm not sure you can
plain
unhear
seltzer.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I understand the logic there.
Yeah.
Like I see the leap we're making. I'm with you,
Right.
but also that's
Well,
the taste of a burp is something that every human being experiences, and like it's still one of those things that's like a little. Do you what? You know?
Yeah. Well, this was an opinion proffered by a person who holds that opinion. It wasn't necessarily my opinion, but I couldn't really argue with it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is this anything?
Is this working for anybody?
Oh, how's it been going?
Well, Derek, it's cold as balls. It's cold as fuck.
It is fucking so cold. Holy shit! Yes.
The christening of the mighty plow,
Yeah.
mighty hand, ye oldie mighty hand plow. So listen, the thing is bananas. Like when we're in peak condition for it, which is to say, snow exists but isn't deeper than maybe 4 inches. At the time of plowing, it's balls to the wall. I can go out there.
Nothing can stop this thing.
So the storm of the century of the week came through for all of us. A friend of mine in Nashville had no power for like 3 or 4 days. The ice hit them so bad. Everybody was suffering here. But in Cincinnati, we got something. It's hard to tell. Something between like 8 and 10, I think, was like official, like level on the ground kind of thing. But but it fell in the overnight hours here. Like I woke up to at least 6 inches, more than 6 in most places, and still falling. And I was like, not gonna just roll out of bed and shovel. But it was the point is it was basically already too deep to be. It gets too heavy when you're trying to plow with it. You know what I mean? Like it piles up too much, and I don't have the physical force or enough traction to keep it going. So it was rough, and I used it. It still took me almost 3 hours to clear that driveway the first time. I had to basically it has wheels, so I had to basically lift the blade up, and push some off the top of an area and push it far enough
to get
out of the
enough
way
length,
and then come back. So it was terrible. But then by the time I got done, there was 2 or 3 inches back where I started, right? Because I'd been out there for 2 or 3
hours
almost
later.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So I took a little break. I went back out. So then by dinner time, there was a few inches on the ground, and I was like, I bet this thing is going to do its job when I've got it in the right setting. And I go out there, and I shit you not, 15 minutes, I blasted the whole thing. I was zooming. I was basically at a jog with this thing. I angle the blade, and I start in the middle, and I push, and then I go the other side, just zigzagging back and forth.
Beautiful.
It was a thing of beauty. I took care of it while a pizza cooked in the oven.
Perfect.
Fucking A.
We got 18 inches of snow on the dot, and it's been so crazy cold. It's been very fluffy, light snow. So we're just launching it into next week.
It's gone.
The snowblower, it's just bye.
Right.
Not like over my backyard into my neighbor's backyard levels of launching.
This is yours now.
So, but yeah, we're fine. It's absolutely really cold, and I'm on leave, and on paternity leave, and so today was the first day where I was like, I think we're both a little bored. But it's also like way too cold to want to go do anything, including like just go walk around the mall. Like I don't even want to go out to the car.
Getting to the
get
mall.
Him, like get him in the car and then out and then like all that extra. It's just like we were not meant to be outdoors now. So
yeah,
I don't know. We're winging it, but yeah, dude. Yeah.
School's been back in these past 2 days, back in session. They were Monday and Tuesday, basically for the cold. I think they were. The roads were more or less cleared by Monday. So here, at least.
We're supposed to get another
brutal.
significant thing this weekend. I think like it's a bomb cyclone or whatever they call it. I think wind chills of like crushing cold, danger
great.
cold. -20 is something that I saw, which seems like a made up amount. But I'm sure
that's a made up amount of temperature.
Yeah. Like anyway, so what's going on here at the Tone Control? To the surprise of no one, there's nothing in our show notes. To the surprise of some, today's Thursday. So we're rescheduling a bit of the Tone Control, and by a bit I mean its entirety. We're still going to release on the same schedule, right? Like, so if you're in our Discord or if you've thought about joining and want to do the join us for a live recording thing, we are now moving that to Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, my girl does horse riding on Mondays, and now she's joined a youth choir, which is going to be on Tuesdays, and they both run right up till we're doing like kind of a late dinner and into bed kind of situation. And so it's not been thrilling to do that and then potentially go, are you guys okay? I got to run and dash out
I
here.
hate that,
so.
like, are you okay? I got to run. And then you get the like, yeah, just go. Like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think, now here we are on Thursdays again, an original Tone Control day.
Right. Right.
From
exactly.
the past. I think I feel like a little too much. I come into Mondays really hot, it seems like. And I many podcast nights I've been like, coming in here like really frazzled and just kind of crazed. But Thursday, however,
most of the week's done.
Less stressful. Yeah.
I think there's maybe not as important now as the format of the show has transitioned into whatever the fuck we want it to be every week. The distance between Monday and Monday was what I feel like jarring. So it's like, I don't know.
It was
be
jarring,
better, right?
And also it made stuff like the giveaway structure a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
Some of that is still in, or all of that is still in progress, but we're working on it. Lots of cool things for the giveaway coming soon too. So again, if you've thought about getting into the Patreon or the Discord or anything like that, now is a good time.
If you were always busy on Mondays, but Thursdays sound awesome to you, maybe now's the time
Thursdays
to finally
you've got nothing going on.
Oh shit! If only those guys would record a podcast. Okay, so
it's NAMM, by the way. Like we just like blew right over that last time, kind of not thinking about it. I think partly because of the gear problem we've talked about on the show, which is like, oh, there's new gear, like like always. Okay.
I've
tuned
tuned
out.
out.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course. All right, that's going to...
Cool.
Yeah, it's good enough.
I've been seeing stuff come out of NAMM, of course, things that are exciting, things that are not. Kind of like every year. I think like I know where I'm headed with this conversation. Has anything from NAMM caught your attention?
Not really. Well, I don't. I mean, no. It is. I think I've tuned out the trade shows because at least all of 2025, everything was just every company squeezing AI into every product, and like. It drove me absolutely crazy. I completely stopped paying attention. I was like, you don't care. You don't like it. Basically, product innovation has halted, and instead we're being told that. But now you can talk to it and then have to correct it later,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Yeah.
I wasn't interested. So I've tuned out. Should I tune back in?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's just so and so. Even big names. Ibanez, new guitar line, great. Like I feel like maybe the hype around NAMM has. I don't know. I know when COVID hit, it like really destroyed a lot of that, and it has been kind of growing back. But I'm still kind of curious. Like maybe I just am out of the loop. I think it's that I'm out of the loop. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But the new neural DSP thing.
Yeah.
Right. We were just talking about this, of course. We were just talking about like that I'm pivoting possibly, and I sold my Helix, and I like wasn't ready to get the Helix Stadium yet, which also kind of been hearing that the Helix Stadium launch has not been going well.
Oh, in what way?
A few ways. I think they're not moving as many units as they thought they would. So, I don't know, have not fact checked any of this, but just hearing through the grapevine that it's like not really selling a ton. I don't know. Secondly, there was at least one pretty significant software bug where snapshots were not saving properly or not recalling properly, I guess, however you want to think of that. And snapshots are like a really critical piece of
kind of
like
a core thing.
Yeah, like if you're one who uses them, of course, they are like the thing. It's the single foot switch that changes a bunch of different things about your rig, pedal on off states, settings for any parameter, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So with that not saving to the preset, like that leaves a lot of actual playing musicians that use this gear to do their job in a bad spot. So of course, it's been fixed. I think these things are like quickly being rolled out and updated and stuff as of course. But like not hearing as much about it as I expected, and I've been kind of like paying attention to it because I was like planning to buy one, remember?
Right.
So
yeah.
So anyway, here comes Neural DSP again with Quad Cortex Mini. And I think you're right when you say things like the whole thing's a phone.
It is. I mean, so and by the way, and I don't know if this, like, I'm old, right? We're old.
Yeah.
So the whole thing's a phone is a callback to like a TV ad from when there were such a thing as a car phone. Like that's a
really? I'm
yes,
remembering this as a thing from iPhone 1, the launch of the iPhone. The whole thing is a phone.
No, I'm thinking of, so there was this TV commercial and the guy was like raving about he had bought a Hummer or something, and it's like, or it wasn't a Hummer, but it was like a brandless like standing. It was like this guy raving about this thing he bought because it's so
this
amazing.
Is ringing a very
and
distant
he's like,
bell.
This car is great. Look at the huge wheels. It only comes in two colors, gunmetal and black. I got gunmetal. And then he goes, the whole thing's a phone, which is like, because back then everybody were like installing things that would integrate your phone, like a hands-free integrated into your car. That was the new tech at the time.
That is funny. That does sound familiar, but I was recalling like a similar phrase.
Okay.
Of like the whole thing's an iPod, a PDA phone. Like I think that was what they had said at the time. Anyway.
Sure.
Anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
But like.
Well. But
it also looks like a phone. I mean, that's
we
not
swing
helping
back
anybody.
to Quad Cortex. I mean, look at this motherfucker. Let me find a better picture.
So if the Nano Cortex is the bring your own screen, this is the bring your own foot switches version. Like this is,
but it's got
just
four foot switches. It's got 4 foot. I mean, what? So it makes me think like, what do you want? And the way that my zooming ahead, here's my take, and then we can like break it down or tell me I'm wrong or whatever. But like from what I've learned about what is unique, or maybe, I don't know, unique, but what is different about Quad Cortex versus the other modelers and profilers in general, just the whole category. What's different about this, makes this form factor the perfect thing. Like having it be a big thing like the quad Cortex is almost a detriment, right? Whereas the minimal thing, because this is the thing that you actually want to pile some pedals on next to and use it more like a real amp instead of a Helix that, you know? So this is, I saw this and I was like, this is like when Netflix was like, actually, we just stream them to your screen now instead of trucking DVDs. And we all just went, oh, that's why it's been called Netflix for like a fucking decade, right? That's that moment for them.
So I had band practice last night, and Matt and I were both using our Nano Cortexes, the little boy, and then we were talking about this. I think as we had kind of landed on, I forget exactly what I said, but like the quad Cortex is shaped the way it is because of guitarists, right? It is not like this is. It has to be so
exactly the Netflix story. It's like the thing that we made this company and then made it the thing you expected to get you in the door, and now we're going to give you what you really wanted the whole time, but
what you actually needed.
Yeah.
And so this is just like it's got less I/O and fewer foot switches,
but like,
and that's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, processing-wise, it's the same. It's got the screen, the knobs are the switches are encoders, like all of that stuff.
Yeah. This is a touch screen,
captures.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I saw them like sliding those little boxes around and stuff.
Yeah, same touch screen that's on the quad Cortex.
Yep.
It is significantly smaller, much lighter weight. It's like 1.5 kilos or something, so 3 pounds and change. And it is the same workflow and the same internal guts as the quad Cortex. It's just physically smaller. And it's like, what, 90% screen, 80% screen?
Yeah. It's still got a lot of I/O though. I mean, look at this. It's got stereo XLR and quarter-inch extra outs. It's got a ton of. You said that to me, and I was expecting it to be basically a guitar pedal, but no, this thing's still got all the stuff, man.
It's got all the stuff and USB-C, which right here, like quad Cortex, it still doesn't have. We talk about like the age of the gear in that kind of,
well, it has its DC plug too. I mean, USB-C, I think, to complain about something not being USB-C is to complain about it not being like, and the power too,
powerful.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But part of me is also looking at it just as like a symptom. It's just a marker in time of,
got it. Yeah.
You know, a physical connector in the world that has been replaced. So anyway, I have not really looked at this yet because I knew I would want it, and I knew
because it's like, the thing, man.
It's so clearly like the thing that like I'm the one for this, I guess, right? Or is it the one for me? It's the hybrid setup of like packing this on with a few pedals, an expression pedal or something, and you've got like everything and you need and nothing you don't in a nice way, I think.
Yeah.
So I haven't really looked at like how it works or what the switches do by default and all that stuff, but I'm seeing like hold for tap tempo, hold for tuner, some other like modes and things. So I'm sure there's like
ABCD modes, just at the tap, and then hold for. What's it saying? I guess that's tuner. I feel like double tap or tapping both buttons is going to get your tuner on the left there. Tapping both buttons on the right is going to get your modes. And then
trying to look at this.
Hold for up and hold for down maybe or something. Are those pages?
Pages, yep. So it's like the, scrolling through your presets. Through your library
hold page,
of stuff.
Hold tempo, tuner on the other side. It looks like there's it looks like this thing on the left next to the tuner is a button, perhaps for adjusting the tuner itself. Or fine adjustments of parameters, maybe.
Well, don't forget the foot switches are encoders for that exact reason.
Oh, they can twist. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, what a...
So, it's a parameter-focused system with a block. When a block is selected, the rotary foot switch is automatically mapped to the most relevant parameters. Makes it easy to dial in sounds by ear and stay focused on playing rather than navigating menus. Sure. So you can switch into 4 different modes. Preset mode for switching between complete rigs. I'm going to assume that means there's latency there.
Scene it won't be a seamless switch or...
Right, because you're completely changing the capture and the IR and everything.
Okay.
So scene mode for seamless changes within a single preset. That is the equivalent of snapshots for line 6.
Right. Yeah.
I've also called it, or I think it's called scenes as well for the fractal people. I'm not totally sure. Stomp mode is stomp mode, pedalboard style. That's how I tended to run my Helix.
So assigning some
hybrid
things to the switches that are on it and manipulating them as you go. Yeah.
Right. Like this foot switch is my delay pedal.
Yeah.
I turn it on and off, and that's it. Hybrid mode for combining modes across foot switch rows, which is kind of interesting. That must be coming from the
rows on the
full-size
screen,
quad Cortex.
they mean.
Yeah. So, buy it at Sweetwater. It's $1,400. If you buy it at Sweetwater, you get a free Eminence IR pack.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot here, man. I'm just kind of staring at it. Yeah.
Yeah. How much is a quad Cortex? Is $1,800. So $400 less.
So what are you losing for like switches and stuff? What are you giving up?
Quad Cortex has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 10 switches, 10 foot switches total, like that are like in the playing position. There's one additional one for like a page up or something. Yeah, page up is kind of up next to the screen. But you've got A through H on like the actual foot switches, and then tempo and tuner, and like combining those for different modes and things like that. So I think what's happening here is you've kind of just got A, B, C, and D. Half the foot switch functionality of the quad Cortex, it seems like.
Yeah.
So this is like, we've got 3 price points now. What is it? What's the Nano, like $549 or $649? Yeah. Is it right here? Yes, it is. It is $569. So $570 to $1,400 to $1,800. Those top 2 being the same guts, like the same processing power and everything.
It's really just what do you prefer? Are you going to want a small footprint on a pedal board with other things, or is this going to be your main thing? And
I guess, but like the small footprint thing, like how much bigger is the Mini over the Nano? Not a lot.
No. Not a lot, really. Yeah, so the Nano becomes, it's like a money saving if you really kind of, the Nano feels like kind of like 1 amp and pedals.
Yes.
And then this is like, but I need like 5 amps and pedals or something. Or I need to set up like dual, the dual output stuff, like stereo, different rig on one side from the other. This
I don't have
kind
mine
of stuff
with me, but I mean, is this Nano Cortex is stereo?
Stereo, but is it 2 different? Because I'm just looking at the screen that they've got on the website here. It's like I can tell that they've got 2 inputs and they're going through 2 different signal chains to the outputs.
No, so Nano can't do that, but it's got like stereo delays and reverbs and things.
So this has like I can see like your tape delay kind of effect and stuff like that is going out to ascend, and something's going to your main out, the other rig's going to out 3, 4.
Yeah. So, it says USB-C audio interface. So you can use it as your interface for like if you just plug right in with guitar.
Cool.
I mean, that's always been true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything. If your product doesn't do that, you haven't finished it yet, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's very clear. Like, I think, does this cannibalize the quad Cortex? Like, why would you get the bigger one? I guess just for foot switches.
Yeah, I mean, if you really use all those foot switches, I think that the way this product is arranged, I really doubt that. I think that, well, I shouldn't say it like that. I think there are a ton of people who, if they look at the 2 of these, the 2 quads, right, they go, well, this is clearly the one that's for me. I'm not going to use it that other way. I'm not going to use all of these foot switches.
I don't know. But my plan was to like, again, for this year to like save up gig money, birthday money, whatever that, cash comes into one's life, and put it aside for some new guitar processor around my birthday much later this year. So I have a lot of time to kind of plan for that and think about that. And then I was like, oh, my other hobby, 3D printing, is calling me, and like I've got this like rainy day money burning a hole in my pocket. So I bought a fancy printer instead. But now like with the Mini, it's like, oh, this thing looks awesome, and it seems to be the use case that I like to do, and it's cheaper.
And you've
like it's among the cheapest now for the full-time big time modeler.
Yeah. And you have an expression pedal.
I do, which actually I need to put on a board. Put on the board I'm going to use for this show because I keep forgetting.
Yeah, and you have a lot of pedals, and like there's every reason to think that this would be much more convenient. Like, I guess that's the other thing it comes down to is if you're somebody who doesn't have pedals, then the full size one is like probably going to be
because you'd probably use it Stompbox style.
Yeah, you can
probably use it, but like
you can put it in that mode,
makes sense.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you run pedal boards, then these things that fit on them and have room for other stuff is much more appealing. Yeah, I think they're nailing the product segmentation there.
Does it have a send and return?
Well, it's got, let me go back to the I/O. We've got a stereo send on a TRS.
Okay.
And then
not
the capture,
for the capture input. So I'm just wondering,
capture
like
out, stereo send, and then there's out 3 and 4 as well. And then there's 2 XLR outs. There's endless outs.
There's one in.
Well, no, there's two. There's two. Well,
no, I know.
There's input 1, and then there's return 1/2.
Right.
So yeah, I guess there is input 1. But
the thing the Nano Cortex doesn't have is an effects loop, like a hardware effects loop. So it's like all your pedals have to go before it, basically, because it is the amp.
Right.
With HX Stomp, however, that I used and still have and like kind of definitely keep as a fallback at this point because I know it so well.
Yeah.
It has a hardware effects loop that you can insert anywhere in the signal path. So I could put my whole pedal board in between other bits of a helix path and have this very large rig, like a very large pedal board, quote unquote, with physical stuff and digital stuff. So,
well,
because I like being able to do that if I wanted to have something like an always on, like a compressor in helix.
Yeah.
And then my pedals, and then back into the digital path for other stuff. Anyway.
Right. Well, okay, so here's my take on it, and I'm not reading the directions because I would never. So we've got a capture out that's dedicated and a send 1 and 2. There's a return 1 and 2 way back over by the input jack. And that's also where the dedicated expression is. Now, if I go back to the screen, I'm thinking when I'm touching those things, I see like in 1, in 2, and pluses on the left. I'm guessing I could change one of those to be a return, and then basically I could have like a rig across the top. It is sending by send 1 and 2, and then I have return 1 and 2 back over on the bottom half of the left, and I do
know
looks
like it's got those dual
that.
paths.
Yeah,
that's basically like the 4 cores, like they're dedicated 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So you would, if to an extend path on that, like from top to bottom, you do have to like send it out and back in. Air quotes on that. But anyway, cool. I think it looks great. I think it's cool, and I think it is more focused on being like a pedal board brain.
Yeah.
Than what they had currently. So neat.
Okay. Seems like a win.
Seems like a win.
That's right.
Sure do. What else?
What else? I don't know.
That's an old one.
That's an oldie. I like that. I kind of like that. I kind of think that's pretty sweet.
That's a Justin one all day. You did that one.
Probably did. I hadn't really thought about it.
I would never.
I would never in a million years. I wouldn't be caught dead playing that.
Oh, man. So
there I was this morning, and I ran into this fucking video. So at some point, this cat, Mattias Krantz. At some point, I saw a video by this guy where he'd built a piano out of guns. But that's not,
I have not seen that, but okay.
That's not what I came here to talk to you about today. That's not what we're here to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
But today, I open up my YouTube over my morning coffee, and I see this, basically, this friggin' guitar that has no middle, and the bridge is floating, and it looks like it's supported by the strings.
It does.
I actually don't have a very good shot of it right here because
So let me describe it the way I was thinking of this, is that the body of the guitar is just a frame where the neck comes in. There's a neck pickup, and then the strings traverse and terminate at a bridge that is floating in place.
Yeah.
Thanks to magnetic levitation.
Yeah, so magnetically hovering guitar strings.
Yeah.
And so I had to watch it. So this is
not levitation. No, it's like just strictly pulling tension on the guitar strings.
I mean,
trying to snap shut.
They're being held against gravity. I don't know how else do you define levitation? It's
okay, sure.
You know, we say it's maglev when it's a train. So
yeah, but that's opposing forces. This is not opposing forces. So
yeah.
Anyway.
So the video's fun. I mean, whatever. We don't need to watch it. He makes a good video. But he goes through a lot of trials putting this thing together and figuring out how to make it. He doesn't start with this design. He starts with, there's a lot of iterations.
There's
and
a lot of proof of
failure.
concept happening.
Eventually he settles on this thing with the one big bar magnet, because otherwise the strings they'll get all tangled. They won't stay separate from each other, right? Obvious now that you see what happens before. And then and he's one of these YouTube channels where I guess they just have this kind of engineering money and they can just put a bunch of, so he's ordering these fucking ridiculous neodymium magnets and
dangerous
magnets. And I guess doesn't even Google the shit that he's about to handle before he takes it out of the box and goes, I wonder how strong this is, and slaps it onto an anvil in his shop.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he goes, and then he can't get it off, and he has like a crane that you lift an engine out of a car with, and he lifts the anvil right off the ground from the magnet. He's like, it's still on the anvil. I never got this off. I had to order another one to do the project with it. It's like, you fucking idiot. But anyway.
Also, how easily they can shatter into very sharp, very fast moving pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
really
was the comment? As
stuff.
a person with fingers, this.
As a person with fingers, this concerns me. Yeah. It's cool, and he I was halfway through the video and I burst into Discord and Tone Control Discord guys, I figured it out. I figured out why there's no more innovation in guitar design. It's because the innovation is stupid. It doesn't work, and it's horrible. This guitar fucking self-destructs 19 times when he's trying to build it. But the thing is, he does eventually build a guitar that works for a few minutes. But so anyway, whatever. I mean, that's not.
There were many moments in the video where I was like, this is the point that I knew was coming,
right,
that I would have given up at.
Yeah.
This is for example, the tuning one string, adjusting the pitch of the others. Of course, this is physics. This is how guitars work.
You've heard of the floating bridge. This is truly,
yes,
and ultimately
we already have that. Yeah. I would have probably landed on that. I saw that thumbnail and was like, what about the tuning? It was immediately the first thing.
Yeah. And he built a guitar. He had a demo guitar working that he was playing, and then he turned to tuning peg and the other string changed its pitch, and he went, oh no, what am I going to do? You know? And so it's a fun journey. But the thing about it, like the danger of it and all that, like that's great. Watch the video for all that stuff. And this is not going to be a product, like spoiler alert, like it's not.
Yeah, no. It's
he
just
only
like
gets to play it
somebody's
for a
shop
few
project,
minutes, like before it finishes killing itself again. But it makes sounds that you can't make any other way either because of the way the whole thing reacts. Like the whole bridge reacts in this floaty manner, and then at a certain point he puts a bar on it, which makes it easier and safer to sort of manipulate that magnetic position. And he gets this fluttery, like I kind of came away like unsure if he had put a reverb effect on the guitar signal that I was hearing, because there was so much of this fluttery sort of spring reverby tone to the instrument itself. And I think that's the real meat here, that I was like, whoa, listen to what this does, because it doesn't behave like a soundboard or like just an electric guitar body. Like,
because there isn't a soundboard.
Fundamental difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Also, tons of it is 3D printed, which I think is awesome. Like proof of the rapid prototyping available to one within a few hours. But yeah, I saw it, like the pushing the bridge down, changing the pitch and increasing the volume because it's getting closer to the pickup.
He's bringing it closer to the pickup, so he's getting
all these
actual vibrato,
right?
Or sorry, actual tremolo. I was about vibrato is the thing, because both. But typically they say, well, this is a tremolo arm, but it's really a vibrato arm, right? The vibrato is what you're typically changing on most guitars that have that effect. You're changing the pitch, you're not changing the volume.
Right.
So that
kind of reminds me of the YouTube channel Burl's Art, which I know we've chatted about in the server a few times. The guy making guitars out of colored pencils and coffee beans and newspapers and like whatever you got.
Port cast aluminum or whatever.
Yeah. His stuff is far more like from the fine art sculpture side of things, but also in like how can we make this structurally sound so it is a guitar and it is playable and works and sounds good, but it is also like an engineering like marvel, basically. Yeah. So good. I love this shit.
Yep.
Yep.
And I don't want to just like narrate the whole, because I think you should go watch the link in the show notes, check out the video, and probably if you think it's fun, it's probably a cool channel for you. So anyway, but that wasn't at NAMM.
Bet not.
So here we find ourselves.
So like how far are we from making that bridge magnet thing into a pickup?
How would you make that safe?
I don't know. Is it like a piezo? That'd be weird. That would be weird. That would
I like
mess things up pretty bad.
I like it still as a regular pickup, but I want this to exist in such a way that it won't finish self-destructing after a few minutes. You know what I mean? Like he eventually put enough metal in it that it was okay, but like...
Well, he hadn't built this like stopper for it, so it wouldn't collide.
He had his safety,
annihilate his hands.
Yeah, he had like a safety chunk that he could throw in there to keep them from combining into one piece of metal. But like it eventually broke the strings. Like it eventually just gave way.
I mean, it's partly because it would have to just be so tight, I guess, because your guitar string is terminating at 2 points, and they're independent of all the other strings most of the time, right? Like they have their individual saddles.
Right, so it must put more stress to strum because they're all strumming even if you only hit one, right?
I think when we build guitars, we're building them so the strings can be played individually, right? Instead of like always affecting each other. And in his case, one string is always affecting the others. Like it's just a byproduct of the physical nature of the magnetic field, I guess. I don't know. So...
Yeah, well, I mean, but bottom
it's like
line,
when you build a guitar today, you try to make that not happen because it would make for a bad guitar.
I mean, what you're ending up with here is extremely light gauge strings and using the string gauge for most of the pitch, more of the pitch than you do on a typical guitar tuning. But even figuring that, like the tension's still extremely high. So, I mean, that's the thing is you just thin and thin and thin the strings. So, I don't know, an instrument like this that isn't tuned remotely standard, like something that's tuned a lot. I don't know.
It's my open chord thing.
Yeah, like
that's what he does in the video, right?
Well, it's a 4-string instrument, and he does kind of settle on something. He settles on a tuning for it, but he does it a lot with string gauges and then some fine tuning. But yeah, I mean, I just think like
There's
something
a funny
that
bit.
isn't a true guitar would probably work better.
He says something like, "Fun fact: this guitar has 4 strings because that's how many I put on it."
That is technically why.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Awesome. Keep that kind of guitar innovation coming. Remember the guy a little while ago that did like the true tone wood test or something like, I don't know what you'd call it, but he,
I saw that,
like bench shop kind of like shop bench. There we go. Scientific, like in a vise with like a old desk chair or something like that. Kind of pulled a string to tension and held a pickup under it to see if no wood even was fine. Basically.
I think I saw that thumbnail fly by and never ended up watching it, but that is the kind of, I should have. That's the kind of video I shouldn't have missed.
Anyway.
I do enjoy that stuff half the time because the answer turns out to be it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I love when stuff that people care about is bullshit.
Yes. So, where are we? I don't have anything else for the notes. So like,
yeah, I mean, without somebody here telling me that there was something else fun announced at NAMM, that's about the size of it. So
I mean, I know other things were announced at NAMM, but like whatever. Go look at NAMM footage. That's not what we do.
We don't do that anymore.
We're not a news
clearly
show.
Nothing that got your attention in a way that you wanted to discuss it, and that's what we do.
I guess
on the show. So
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Things of the week.
Things of the week. Yeah. What did I do last time?
You mentioned about a dog.
Oh, yeah. I did. I'm scrolling back. Okay. All right. I was just trying to see if the thing I thought of was one that I'd already used. Okay. I think I'm safe. Sorry. Here we go.
That's an old one too.
Yeah.
Some kind of vibrato, perhaps. Do you got one? Do you want me to go?
Yeah, no. All right. So I'm going to do like an entertainment thing. So recently I've tried a new TV show and we watched a movie, both of which I think are cool in different ways. You want to tell me TV or movie, or do you want me to just rapid fire them both?
Rapid fire both.
Rapid fire both. Okay. So TV show, we're not done with it yet, but Pluribus, which is an AppleTV production. Mm-hmm. It's so the synopsis, I guess, is that there's like a thing happens on the earth that's like a virus, and it causes everyone's consciousness to become connected. And so like basically instantly there's a global consciousness and everyone is the same person and they are all everyone, right? And they all know what everybody knows.
Oh, like Unity on Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like it is we. They all just say we, you know. But there are a handful of people, like 12 or something, that this doesn't work on for some reason. And so they are the only individuals left on Earth, and we're basically following this one person. And it's really wild. Like the stuff that happens, I keep going, what? I mean, I guess that's right. You know, it's this weird, like non-scientific thing, but then the rest of it it's like, what do they call it? Magical realism, right? Like there's just one conceit in the universe, but other than that, it's the real world. And there's all these considerations things that would happen if this happened, you know? And
did you watch Severance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, yeah. So right, a kind of
you see why I ask that,
right? Exactly. Yeah. It's like, well, of course this is exactly the sorts of things that you would have to consider and think about. So there's a ton of that, and the characters are really interesting. The main character is like kind of a trash pile, but it's also the person you're identifying with. So it's like, what do I think of myself?
Since I'm on paternity leave, I've been catching up on some TV. I just rewatched Ahsoka after now having finally completed Rebels. So that whole like narrative is like much more clear to me now. And Ahsoka season 2 is coming sometime soon, which is great.
Yeah.
And I think it just holds up really well. This is not my pick of the week, but I really like it when animated shows then like move into a live action and they get the same voice actors to be the people actors, and like I think that's great. And they did that with Ahsoka. So anyway,
well,
nice.
except Ahsoka herself, and
Of course,
funny you bring that up
yes.
because people were kind of mad that she didn't get to do her own voice, but
okay, but Rosario Dawson killed it. On
yeah,
that show.
I mean
like,
that's the
so
trouble.
Good. She's so good. The guy who plays Thrawn is the same voice actor, and actually the mayor of Lothal or governor of Lothal, I forget his name, but him too.
Yeah.
And cool. Anyway, nice.
Cool.
And the movie?
The movie. So Quentin Tarantino has retired, famously a few years ago. If you liked the kind of thing that Tarantino often did, and I mean not like exactly his thing, but like the I'm thinking of the wrong word. It's not parody. It's satire. Basically, like this sort of extremist satire to cause the situation to happen in the movie, like that aspect of the Tarantinoism where things just go. Every character is like an archetype, and like that sort of thing. So, One Battle After Another, which is I think it's a Netflix produced thing. So Leonardo DiCaprio and a bunch of other fantastic people. I didn't know going into it that it was going to be this kind of like satirized, over-exaggerated characters thing. But I was like going through kind of the setup at the beginning, like this is wild, but I mean, I guess I'll see where they're going with it. And then we kind of clicked. And nice. Marielle actually was a little bugged by the beginning, and she was like, "What am I watching?" And she looked it up and was like, "Oh, it's supposed to be like a Tarantino thing." And then we were both like, "Oh!" And then it was just like, I thought it was fantastic.
Now it's game on.
I liked it a lot more than she did, but it's fucking bananas start to finish. Cool. It goes full send. So. Highly recommend.
That's what I'm looking for.
Very violent and gross. So don't go in with a weak stomach or whatever. But like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you wouldn't be a Tarantino fan if you had a weak stomach. So.
No. Oh my gosh. No.
Yeah.
Somebody just invited me to Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 in theaters as a double feature. But I think it's even edited as one continuous.
Movie.
Yeah.
God. Where's the bathroom break, man?
I know, right? You need an intermission. I haven't seen that stuff in ages, but man, I loved it. Yeah. So, cool. What's it called? Sorry.
One Battle After Another. It's really recent. I think it had either a short theater thing or it's Netflix, so they might have done simultaneous because they don't give a fuck kind of thing.
Cool.
But yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. All right. Well, my pick is, I'm going to drop this in the chat. Some people probably saw me talking about this over the last few days. This is Underware, spelled W-A-R-E.
Right.
Yes. And Underware is an open source 3D printable grid system thing that is a cable management solution that you can do at home. So it's built on another open source thing called Open Grid, which is all this stuff. These are various sizes of Open Grid, and these are parametrically designed on the internet. So you just go and you say, I need a grid that's 9x3, and you click the buttons, and it gives you a 3D printable file for free that you can then install underneath your desk and print yourself some little cable channels that literally snap straight in place.
Wow.
So we've got parametric designs of like every which way, every which connector, including stuff like wall wart boxes with cable cutouts and stuff. So little pin connectors and things. So if I were to like snap this in here, it's like quite strong for using very little material. It's designed beautifully as far as like scalability.
Designed with corners.
Yeah. But it's designed to print quickly and strongly. So you can see I've got these like two
nubs.
It's kind of like a French cleat. Yeah. And then this is on the back of this little box, and you can
I got it. Yeah, I couldn't see
in.
through the white, but yeah, it's like a cold shoe almost.
Exactly.
Cold shoe mount, yeah.
Yeah. And so then I've basically I'm rearranging and redoing my office and stuff. Underneath my desk is just many of these right now. So I've been just screwing these into the wooden desk and printing custom length, custom shaped cable things. So you just like where your cables run, you just cover it. Like it doesn't even need to be right, and everything, because it's all parametric and all together. Every radius matches, every parameter matches, no matter how many sections long or short it is. And it's easy, and it's universal, and it's wonderful. And it's called Underware.
For putting under your wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Underwear, under hardware.
Yeah.
So it's great. I love finding these things that are like, hey, here's this like 10 grams or less kind of thing you can print that's very small but very effective. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's similar to you had something for sort of shop wall things, and you were like stacking cups into it. Same still, under.
So like this is
bit.
Yeah, like this is for like mounting like this direction or this direction. Gridfinity is like the surface version of this with like bins and buckets.
Yeah.
Different grid, but this grid supports that grid. It's insane.
Yeah.
But what's cool is like I've got this like USB adapter thing, a hub, and I can just get some calipers and measure this and go generate a box for it. And it will like live under my desk, leaving the cable free. Or I'm planning to mount my audio interface under the desk in the front, so I can just leave it there, plug straight in. It's part of the desk now.
That is pretty rad. So, there's probably a ton of like shit that I would do with that, man. It's the it's the being the thing that every time I've thought about, well, I could like, they have 3D printers at the library kind of thing, like I could find someone around here. I don't have to own one, but if I need a thing made, it's always like I have to find somebody who's made this thing. And sure, there's a universe of designs and stuff. Somebody's made most things, but like then but which one do I need to know anything about this? And am I going to run into trouble? That's the one of the primary innovations as part of this, right? Is like type in what I want, and I don't have to know how to STL,
Exactly. Yeah, like these generators are online. You just tell it like, you know how big one square is, and you can measure your space and just do the math on that. And then like this one, I had it put in screw holes everywhere because I wasn't totally certain where I'd end up mounting it.
Yeah. Where's going to be good for a screw?
Yeah, so it defaults to the corners, but if you've got something heavy in the middle, it might sag. So I it actually uses less material this way. So anyway, it's the best.
This is like that's the printer brain, right? Is like, well, actually, we're subtracting material now, so.
It's it's a weird thing. Yes. Anyway, that's my thing of the week.
Cool. Well,
we did it.
We did it. We did good. That's all there is to it, guys. So Thursday is going to be our thing now. Thursdays every other week. I think this is how we're gonna roll. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna like it, and I don't know. I don't have anything else. I'm vamping for what? Nobody knows.
No reason.
No, absolutely none.
Let's say goodbye and say thanks to our patrons.
Yeah, let's do that. And we have their names. Maybe have their names.
We have some of them.
We have some of them. Hey, patrons, thank you guys so much. Links in the show notes if you want to get in on that, and we'll have another, things to come soon. As we said, patrons, thank you so much. And your names might be Stephen P., Alex Schroyer, Mike Teledrive, Lestquov, Rabbi Bob, Barkus Traver, Carson Ricketts, Matthew Fenslaw, Ryzen Wolf, Bigow 69420, Andrew Walsh of Andrew's Alcove, Sean Wright of Lollygagger FX, and the third co-host.
Yeah.
That's it.
He just kind of forced himself in there like that, huh?
See you next Thursday.
All right, see you. Yeah, see you Thursday. Bye.
Bye.